Mars at sunrise. Mars on 25-degree tilted axis. Mars at sunset. Point to be noted is Earth and Mars orbit, they are not concentric. Mars orbit is kind of little bit shifted. One side it is at more distance from the Earth orbit, other side it is less distance. So we kind of, if we simulate like Earth and Mars, they complete the orbit at same time, means duration is same. If they start at same time and reach same time, means they make one round at same time. This is what the simulation is. We can see that their distance is not same. Sometimes they are near to each other. So this is the situation. Or now they will rotate, and so their distance is growing now. Even though they are traveling in a means they are making round in same duration. So distance is growing between them, and now it is kind of they are reaching the maximum distance that is between them. Now again they are kind of decreasing the speed, the gap between them, and other end will see that they will reach a kind of minimum gap. So this is how the Earth and Mars is. So they are kind of not concentric. So it makes like sound. Okay, so they are nearest to each other. So it makes like Earth. Sometime it comes near to the Earth, and sometime it goes kind of far. So this is the scenario. Okay, so direction of the planet if they rotate on their own axis, that is different. And except Venus, what we see now, other planet they kind of they revolve west to east, whereas Venus revolve east to west. So that is visible that it is kind of rotating in opposite direction. Now, if we kind of see a man, that is red spot that we see, if he is standing on the planet, then he would see other way. If he sees a sunrise on the east on the planets, then on Venus he would see sunrise on west side, sunset on east. So that's how the Venus is different. Sunrise, sunset, west to east. Okay, so now with the tilted angle we can see that Venus is less tilted, and now a person standing on Earth, Mars or Jupiter, then he is seeing sun on east, whereas it is west on the Venus. Okay, so lightings are enabled. Now we can see like a person red spot, it is entering into night area on Earth, and whereas it is entering into day area on Venus, means Venus rotates other way. So the sunset is on east side and sunrise is on west side. So on Earth this is daytime, and then it is entering into night. So Earth, the way Earth revolves, rotates, Venus rotates in other way, and person sees kind of other side as sunrise and sunset as we see on the Earth. Okay, so we can see from kind of other angle, and we can see that Earth and other planets are rotating, but Venus is rotating in other way. Now, if we concentrate on kind of top portion, so if we see the Earth right now, then a person who is standing on Earth, it is night for him, and it is early morning, and this is the top is morning, and when it is morning, now it is seeing the sun, and it is the noon time now, and now it is the evening time. So this is west. When he is seeing the sun, it is west. Now sun is at same position. Now when it is coming to the morning, on the top what we see, the person is seeing sun in the east. So when it is on top, it is seeing the sun in the east. Now we see the Venus. When person is on top, he is seeing the sun on east, but at that time it is evening. So he is seeing sun east in the evening. Now it is rotating, and when it is coming to bottom, that is it should be west. So that is the sunrise. So now if you see the Venus, then it is at the bottom. So now person is seeing the sunrise, but it is west. And when it is at top, he would see the sunset, and that is east. If we see in the sky, sometimes Mars looks very big. Okay, so what is the analogy behind Mars looks very big? So Mars and Earth, their orbit are non-centric. So we can see that in some area, like the where the Earth is now, the gap is big. On other side, gap is less. So the way Earth and Mars they move, the distance between them keep varying because their speed is different, their orbit is different. Okay, so if we see now closely the where Earth is going and where the Mars is going, so now they are at maximum distance, almost maximum distance to each other. So this is one scenario. Okay, now if they come parallel to each other, okay, so if they come parallel to each other somehow, then we can think like their distance is minimum. So if Earth and Mars they come to near to each other, then their distance would be minimum. The way it is happening now, now the distance between Earth and Mars is decreasing. So slowly it will decrease to a level that they will come very near to each other, almost. Okay, so we have seen the maximum distance between Earth and Mars. Now they are coming as kind of minimum distance between Earth and Mars. So here at this position it is almost they are near to each other. Okay, now let's think about one hypothetical situation. Now Earth and Mars they are making a round at same time. Now we can see they are always at minimum distance with each other. This is the possible minimum distance. So like they are not on the other side of the sun. So if this is the situation, like they are making round in a kind of same time, they are always near to each other. Okay, this is not the reality, but this is a hypothetical situation. If this is the case, that they are making round and same time, then they will be always near to each other. Now, this situation, what we are seeing now, they are at minimum distance. Okay, they are always at less distance to each other, but as per their non-centric orbit, their distance is still increasing and decreasing. So like their distance is growing, and now it is coming as their if they are on the same side of the sun, then still their distance is higher. If they are other side of the sun, then obviously that will be very high. And now if they are always on the one side of the sun, then still their distance is growing and it is becoming kind of less. And now they will come back to a situation where they will be at minimum distance. Okay, so this is the situation. Okay, so this is the situation where Earth and Mars are at minimum distance. If they are at minimum distance, then certainly the Mars would look biggest. If that is the situation, can we see Sun is on one side and Mars is on other side. So this is the situation where the Mars would look in its biggest size. Okay, so this is the analogy of Mars when it looks biggest, when it is on other side of the earth than sun and it is at minimum distance. Okay, so now we'll see that a person who is standing on earth, then how he would see Mars as kind of bigger and smaller. So this is kind of from a bird's perspective, and now we'll see from a person's perspective that how Mars would look big and small. Okay, so in a hypothetical kind of situation when Earth and Mars they are making rotation at same speed and they are on the same side of the sun, so they are always near to each other and kind of will come to a situation when they are nearest. So right now they are kind of very far to each other. Now slowly they will come to the near. So this is kind of we'll see the condition of super Mars. So Mars has to be on same side of the Earth, Sun, the way the Earth is, and in this condition, uh, Mars would look the biggest. Now they will kind of come to a situation when they are at the nearest. Okay, so this is in a hypothetical situation. Now they have come to nearest. Okay, so this is the situation when if it happens like this, means they are on the same side of sun and they are at nearest distance in their kind of non-concentric, non-centric orbit. So now this is the situation of supermass. Okay, so a red spot is a person that is standing on the earth and earth is rotating on its own axis. So this is being the noon time. It's a daytime, it's a noon time, and this is going to be evening. So this is perfect evening time, and super Mars a person can see in east. If person see super Mars in east at the time of sunset, or now it is going to be sunrise. So at the time of sunrise, if he sees Mars exactly in the west, that is a super Mars condition. Okay, so morning happens. Now it is noon time, so full day he is not able to see the Mars. Okay, so he is seeing the sun. Now it is getting evening and sun is on west. Then if he sees moon at the time of evening exactly in the opposite of sun, that is on east side. So that is condition of super Mars. Now full night he is watching the Mars. Now slowly it is coming to morning time. So there are two situations. In one situation, if he is seeing the Mars in the morning time in the west, exactly opposite to the sun at this moment, and then full day he cannot see the Mars, and then in the evening, uh, uh, or either he sees the Mars in the early morning or he sees the Mars in the evening. So exactly at this point, if he sees the Mars opposite to the sun in the east side, then it is super Mars. Now full night he can watch the Mars, super Mars, and so this is one situation when he watches the Mars in the evening, or he can also watch the Mars during the early hour of the morning in the west side, exactly opposite to the sun. Then it is super Mars. Okay. So one condition is evening, when he sees opposite to the sun on the east side, watching full night, or he is watching full night and he is seeing the complete till the morning.